Hi, everyone. Welcome to Spill the Tea Radio, where we interview awesome singers, songwriters, and those who influence their lives. Spill the Tea Radio explores the journey, creativity, and inspiration behind the songs. My next guest grew up in the village of Croydon, located near Napanee, Ontario. He first began playing and singing country music at a very young age. He comes from a musical family and was able to learn to play guitar by ear, followed by his move to songwriting. As he grew onto the local music scene, he began playing at various festivals and pubs, eventually gaining a chance to open for some of Canada's biggest country music stars. He has shared the stage with Dallas Smith, Dean Brody, George Canyon, Jason Blaine, Emerson Drive, Corb, Lund, and Gord, Bamford. So, let's spill the tea with Jeremy Clement. Welcome, Jeremy.
Hi, David.
Jeremy, you started writing songs at a very young age. What age were you when you first penned your first composition?
I think I started writing when I was around 14 or 15. And then I kind of set them aside for a little while and really kind of picked back up closer to age kind of 17, 18.
Jeremy, most singer-songwriters, and you probably were the same, started off their careers by doing a lot of covers. And and a lot of singers, songwriter not songwriters, but a lot of singers and performers, they stay with that model of doing the covers. They have a successful career, they end up doing session stuff, and they're very, very happy. What drove you to start writing your own music?
I played a lot of covers in the pubs, in the bars, stuff like that. And I thought as the crowd and the fan base grew a little bit, I thought if I could start to write my own stuff and relate with people a little bit, um, widen my variety and give them something they haven't heard before.
So you come from a musical family. Who plays? I just had one artist say, "Well, my sister plays the piano, my brother plays guitar, and my father plays the radio." So, so who plays what in your family?
Well, my dad always played and sang guitar. Uh, sorry, played guitar and sang. Um, my cousin plays guitar and sings as well. He used to actually he coached me a lot of the way through when I was playing at a young age. My grandfather played the fiddle, cousins played the fiddle, so very musical, both sides of the family.
Jeremy, so many different genres of music out there. Why did you gravitate towards country?
Well, grew up listening to it. Grew up on farming and grew up on a farm, I should say. Always out in the country doing different things. I was always on the radio, whether it be at home or in the vehicle. So always definitely grew up with it for sure. So
Within the genre of country music, there are sub-genres of music. There's alternative country, there's classic country music. I've heard so many different phrases now. Where do you fall into your country music?
well, I think I have a huge liking for the 90s country. Early 2000s. My dad was always the older stuff, the Merle Haggard and the George Jones, stuff like that. And I still love that too. The modern stuff, it's definitely taken a different path, which is, not a terrible thing either. There's a lot of cool different songs out there and different things you can do with country music. So I kind of fall somewhere right in the middle, to be honest.
What's your favorite part about being a musician?
Favorite part is everywhere I go, when you're at gatherings or whatever, people are always asking, did you bring the guitar with you? Or, I heard your song, or, I love this song because of this, or whatever. And I think now that I've got my own music out, it's really cool to see what it does, how many people are listening to it, what it, the kind of message they're getting from it, and if they can relate to it. Um, and I like just, I've always liked to host parties and stuff like that. So I always like to be the one up on the stage and, just letting people have a good time. So I think that's my favorite part about it for sure.
And do you have a least favorite part of it?
Mm, I think when you get into kind of the legality side of things, just the paperwork and the technology part of stuff like that. I'm not a huge tech guy, so that's where other people come in. So that part gets a little confusing sometimes, but other than that, it's I love it.
If the magical music genie came down from the sky and said, I'm going to grant you a wish, Jeremy, you can play and share the stage with any living artist, who would it be?
So that's a good one. Um, I would say right now, I think Luke Combs would be a good one for me because he's huge, like huge artist, right? Very popular guy. But I think he's a really down to earth person too.
Mhm.
Just watching, I've seen different interviews with him and things like that. And I think he's kind of my type of person, like, just an easygoing country guy and I mean it'd be really cool to get up on a stage with him and play in front of that many people. So I think that would be it.
What song would you like to play with him?
I do a cover of his, She Got the Best of Me, and that one's a pretty comfortable one to do. I like that one a lot for sure.
What about one of your songs? If you said, "Hey, let's do one of my songs," which one would it be?
Um, I'd probably do I have a couple songs. I got one called Getting Old, and it just kind of talks about growing up, kind of a high school scene and as you get older and then, you start to get a job and stuff like that and how life changes for sure. And I know he just released one the very same. I think his kind of talks about the same sort of thing, but a little different style. So it'd be kind of neat to do those and compare the two.
How does the collaboration work in the studio? You're the singer-songwriter, you're the boss. And you go into the studio and you've got other musicians that are playing with you, and you've got your engineer who's and producer that they have their ideas. How do you all collaborate to finally get the product out of the studio and into mastering?
Well, usually I'll bring a song to the table and I'll play it through, see what the guys think. And Terry, the producer, he's great with that kind of stuff too. And so I'll play it through a couple times and they'll take a listen to it. And then Trevor Johns, he does the drumming, he'll come up with a beat of his own, or he'll if I've already got something in mind, we'll talk about it. He usually kind of makes up his own, because he's excellent with that kind of stuff. And then Terry, he'll listen through, he'll say, "Hey, what about if we change this lyric up a little bit? Or what if we move this chorus back a little bit?" And I never even thought of that kind of thing, So we work together that way. And then when it comes studio time, I'll play it through on the acoustic. We'll start laying guitar tracks. We just kind of sit around, talk it out, play it through. Terry will come up with some guitar stuff. I'll come up with some guitar stuff. Trevor with the drums. Get a bass going, and like we call it the foundation of the song, and then we start to build it up from there. And then by that time,
Let's get into one of the songs that Jeremy wrote. Jeremy has written and recorded his own music, releasing his debut single, Truck Box Stage, in July of 2017, which has garnered 500,000 streams on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. Since then, he's released multiple singles and his debut EP titled Back Road in 2021. So let's take a listen to singer-songwriter Jeremy Clement and his song, Truck Box Stage.
1,000 people screaming my way when I'm out there on that stage. It's pretty crazy not to think I'm fine. But when the lights go down and I'm all alone, I think back 2 years ago and my favorite place to play. I had a tailgate light show truck box stage all week I couldn't wait to play all that music on a Friday night. I got all my friends sitting in the front row. I got a beer and I'll have one more. A simple life is the only way. I had a tailgate light show and a truck box stage. People thought I was gonna make it. Well, that sure was a lot to take it. I never wanted to let them down. I played with my heart and all of my soul. I played my first bar at 12 years old. That don't mean a thing. Yeah, 'cause I just love to sing. I had a tailgate light show, truck on stage. All week I couldn't wait to play all that music on a Friday night. Got all my friends sitting in the front row. I got a beer and I'll have one more. A simple life is the only way. But I'm still praying for the radio. But if it don't come, at least I know. A thousand people screaming my way, but when I'm out there on that stage, it's pretty crazy now to think I'm fine. I had a tailgate light show, truck on stage. All week I couldn't wait to play all that music on a Friday night. I got all my friends sitting in the front row. I got a beer and I'll have one more. A simple life is the only way. I got a tailgate light show and a truck box stage. A truck box stage.
That was Truck Box Stage by Jeremy Clement. Jeremy, it's a great song. It's got a great beat to it. What was the inspiration to write that song?
Well, I think growing up just in high school there, I'd always take my guitar with me. I was at a party one night actually, and everybody was asking if I had it. Did you bring your guitar? Did you bring your guitar? And I said, yes, I did. So there's actually a hay wagon sitting in a field there where we were. And I got up on the hay wagon and started playing, and everybody sat down in their lawn chairs, and it was just like a little miniature concert. And it was awesome. It was great. And I thought this kind of, I was thinking about it one time, and I actually wrote the song not long after that. And then I didn't touch it for the longest time. And then when I was 17 or 18, a couple years later, I was kind of scrolling through my laptop, and I found what I had written on the laptop at the time. I thought I should dive into this again. Like I should. So then I picked up the guitar and trying to figure out some chords that made sense, change some lyrics and so on and so forth. And it took me about an hour, and I had the song done. And then I brought it to Terry, played it for him, and said, "What do you think?" And it's the first song we recorded too. And he thought it was great, and we put it in, same thing, built it from the ground up, and it turned out awesome. So yeah, we went with it.
How do people find out more about you, the gigs you're at, your music, what's coming up? What's the website? What are the socials that they can go and hang out with you?
So I'm on Instagram, Jeremy Clement Official. You can search that. I have a Facebook page as well, same title. And as far as that goes, we're working on a website at the moment. We're gonna probably get something up within the next little while, but
We have been in conversation with Jeremy Clement. Jeremy, thanks for being with us.
thank you, David.